Hey, what is going on, guys? Lon here from Android Authority, and today we're going to be taking a break from Android and getting away from all the Nexus madness and checking out something a little bit different. It's not Android, but it definitely is still Google because it is running Chrome OS. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check out the Lenovo N20 Chromebook. So here it is, the Lenovo N20 Chromebook, and starting with the design, it looks like a pretty standard Chromebook or laptop. It is made of plastic and it doesn't have the flashiest or most unique design, but it is very thin, very lightweight, and compact. So it's very easy to carry around and fits easily in a book bag. So I really like the size of it, and the build quality is also very solid. Taking a tour around the Chromebook, on the left side, you've got a proprietary charging port, a USB 3.0 port, mini HDMI, and a 3.5mm headset jack. On the right side, you've got another USB port, but this one is 2.0, your power button, and an SD card slot. On the bottom are some little rubber feet that help keep the Chromebook in place when resting on a table or any other flat surface. And also along the bottom are your speakers, and they sound surprisingly decent. The placement on the bottom is a little unfortunate, but the rubber feet keep them elevated so they don't get muffled when you're trying to watch a video or listen to some music. Now that the boring stuff is out of the way, what makes the N20 Chromebook different from other Chromebooks is the hinge. So this isn't anything new if you've been paying attention to other Lenovo products, but what this hinge allows you to do is put the Chromebook in a couple of different positions besides just the normal laptop position. So it's not a 360-degree hinge, so you can't turn it into a tablet, but you can prop it up in a tent-like position, or you can have it resting with the keyboard facing down. And when it's in either one of these two positions, the physical keyboard is deactivated so you don't make any accidental presses. I didn't find either one of these two positions to be particularly useful. It's great for consuming media, but if you're trying to get any sort of work done, like typing up documents or emails, it's a lot more efficient to use the standard laptop position. As small and compact as the N20 Chromebook is, you still get a full-size keyboard. There's a nice amount of separation between the keys, and they're very clicky, very comfortable to type on, and the trackpad, while not the largest, is still pretty spacious for clicking and scrolling and navigating around the OS. With the display, you're looking at an 11.6-inch display with 1366 by 768 resolution. It sits slightly above 720p, and while it's not exactly super high resolution, it looks pretty good for everyday usage. Colors look nice with a good amount of saturation, and the screen gets plenty bright. Viewing angles, however, aren't exactly the best, as the screen deteriorates rather quickly when viewing off axis, but as long as you're looking at it head on, it shouldn't be an issue. The screen is also very prone to glare, so it can be a little bit difficult to see in harshly lit environments. In order to fully take advantage of the hinge, the display itself is a touchscreen, but considering Chrome OS isn't exactly optimized for touchscreen use, there aren't very many instances, if any, where it's more advantageous to use the touchscreen instead of the physical keyboard and trackpad. You can't flick to scroll quickly through web pages the same way you can with the trackpad, and the on-screen keyboard lags fairly easily the second you try to type quickly, and it can be a little awkward to use considering the two positions that allow you to take advantage of the touchscreen prop it up at such a steep angle. So to be honest, I didn't find myself taking advantage of the hinge or the touchscreen all that often unless I wanted to watch a movie. Outside of the on-screen keyboard lag, the N20 Chromebook performs pretty well. It's running on an Intel Celeron processor, 2 gigs of RAM with a 16 gigabyte solid state drive on board. In my experience, it's been very responsive and quick. Obviously, most Chromebooks aren't exactly performance powerhouses or anything, but the things it's designed to do, like browsing the web, listening to music, watching videos, checking email, and typing up Word documents, it does all of that with ease. So with the battery, you're looking at a 38.4 watt hour 6-cell battery, and Lenovo states that you can get up to 8 hours on a single charge, and I actually found this claim to be fairly accurate. So the way I went about testing this was by playing the Hunger Games Catching Fire as many times as I possibly could. I was able to play it 3 times over and have 10% by the end of it. So if you do the math, 2.5 times 3, it's 7.5 hours, and I had 10% left, so I probably could have played the first 30 to 40 minutes of the movie again if I really wanted to. So I would say the claim is fairly accurate, but on a normal day, I only use it for a couple hours out of the day to watch YouTube and check emails. And if you're only using it for a couple hours out of the day, it'll last you between 3 to 4 days on a single charge. But if you're using it heavily for work or something like that, it will definitely get you through a full workday. Since this is a Chromebook, it's running none other than Chrome OS. If you're not familiar with Chrome OS, the entire operating system basically revolves around the Chrome browser. So all of your apps like Google+, YouTube, Netflix, and Gmail aren't really apps at all. They're just shortcuts to your browser, with the exception of a few apps like the calculator and Google Keep. Chrome OS is designed for people who don't mind relying on the cloud, which is why you don't get a lot of physical storage. And if all you need is a simple computer to do basic things, a Chromebook is a great way to go without costing an arm and a leg. If you're looking to do heavy video editing or gaming, then a Chromebook is not going to be for you. But if those are the types of things you look for in a computer, you're most likely not going to be looking at a Chromebook anyways. The Lenovo N20 Chromebook is available now for $329, which prices it a little bit higher than many other Chromebooks, but it does have that 300-degree hinge and a touchscreen, so it's going to be up to you to decide if those extra features are worth the additional cost. But there you have it for the Lenovo N20 Chromebook. For the most part, it's pretty much just like any other Chromebook, but it does have a few tricks up its sleeve with the rotating hinge and the touchscreen, which helps set it apart from many other Chromebooks. If you don't mind Chrome OS and you just want a very simple computer that does all of the basic stuff very well, the N20 Chromebook is definitely worth a look. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up down below, and also subscribe to the channel, which is also down below if you haven't already. And make sure to check out the website for more in-depth coverage. You already know what it is, androidauthority.com, because we are your source for all things Android.